Hi, welcome to TrekTrav. This is Trav, and I'm Ribbit.
Apparently someone's a lightweight with alcohol.
It's Christmas Day.
This is Ribbit. It's Christmas Day. This is Star Trek Voyager, episode something, Faces.
There's coffee in that nebula.
I think it's 3 episodes from the last one, which
3 episodes from the last one. So
episode 40?
Finally, we're in season 2.
Almost 3 episodes away.
So this episode is a B'Elanna-focused episode.
It is a great episode.
It's a good step up from the last couple that we've done. Number 1, I love B'Elanna. I think she's fantastic.
Oh, she's great in this episode.
And number 2, I love the Vidians because they're just so much cooler than the Kazon.
So ominous.
But they generally, this episode was really good. Like, story-wise, we open up with Tuvok having to eat one of Neelix's fucking terrible meals.
No, the cold opening. Don't forget the cold opening.
That is the cold opening.
No, the cold opening is B'Elanna. She's a Klingon now, and she's in a chair.
Yes, B'Elanna is fully Klingon. He asks consistently, she been made fully Klingon now? And it's like, just watch the fucking episode.
No, originally I asked, is that even the same actress?
Yeah, it's very difficult to tell until you pay attention. I'm just going to ignore his fart. So the episode is basically B'Elanna, Tom, and dude from last episode who we said, why is he in the back scenes and why is he being
so important?
Sort of important.
Yeah.
He's dead now.
Yeah, his face has been taken off.
Yeah.
His face is...
But overall, so we get B'Elanna as a human, B'Elanna as a Klingon.
2 B'Elannas in one episode. That's a lot of B'Elannas.
Roxanne Dawson is beautiful, by the way.
She's gorgeous.
So good. But also she plays I thought originally when I heard this that her as a Klingon was a bad acting. Like, because the way she talks was like, I'm not going to help you. But actually, if you think about it, every Klingon kind of talks like that.
Yeah, they're very much, I do not want to be this way.
And then when we get introduced to human B'Elanna, she's just great. She's acting really, really well. I don't get why the human B'Elanna had to be, like, so weak, though.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing because, like, then the 28th century?
24th.
24th. I was going to say 24th, but I felt that was too early. But like, women today are kind of strong.
Yeah, I just don't get why they needed you can emphasize difference without making B'Elanna, the human side, seem weak.
Yeah.
But I suppose to emphasize how strong the Klingon side is, they had to do that. But at the same time, I was just like, there's no reason for her to be like this.
You know what? I had this thought when I was watching a show. I didn't say it to you, but wouldn't it be cool if, like, we had a spin-off of, like, the Klingon B'Elanna getting away by herself, and then she's just causing havoc?
I've always wanted like a Klingon anime show. I think it would be brilliant.
Be so good.
Yeah.
That would be so good.
Like, with all their traditions and stuff, it'd be really, really cool. But overall, this episode was great. Like, Tom Paris was pretty good acting, sort of taking care of B'Elanna. I loved the discussions about B'Elanna's past and why she hates her Klingon side and why her father left. Like, we learned a lot about B'Elanna, didn't we?
So much about B'Elanna.
And we learn more later, but this episode is sort of the beginning of B'Elanna's sort of build to knowing who she is. I think Chakotay was just there this episode.
No, he was a crucial character.
Yeah, he was there to say that, but he just doesn't seem enthusiastic about anything. I don't know what it is. There's something about Chakotay. I'm just like, I don't care.
I think it's because, like, I think this is the time when the actor realized, I don't need to try that hard.
Well, I think a lot of the other characters are stronger than his character.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a character.
But overall, like, I loved the Vidians and that one Vidian who sort of falls in love with B'Elanna.
No, it's B'Elanna, Klingon B'Elanna trying to entice him and seduce him.
And she's also possibly the cure for the phage.
Well, she is. She fought the fucking phage.
I think maybe something coming up later on. I don't know. But he wants her. He wants to save her. When he eventually kills her in the end, he's devastated. He screams out loud. I genuinely I think that the really good moment is when he takes Pete's face off.
Yeah, puts it on his face.
Yeah, and puts it on him. I thought that was brilliant, and I'm pretty sure that's the same actor they just put his face on.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there and I'm going, that's really cool. Like I don't think you see that in any other Star Trek. You don't get to see someone's face getting ripped off and put on another.
Well, you don't see that actual surgery happening.
It'd be nice, but
it would have been fucking awesome.
It's one of those scenes where you're like, oh, he's done it. He's sort of been quite horrible. I like B'Elanna breaking the shackles.
Yeah, she just went.
Yeah.
Really not happy about you doing that.
There was good motivation for them as well, because I think the problem they have with some of the villains in Voyager is you don't really understand why they're so obsessed with Voyager. Whereas the Vidians, it's a new group of species.
Yeah, it's very clear.
Possibilities. It's very clear that they're not evil in the same sense. It's very much about they're trying to save their people. They have a legitimate reason for doing this.
Yeah, there's the moment where B'Elanna is talking to the Vidian head scientist. Is he?
Yeah, I don't know what his name is.
Yeah, no, his name isn't really mentioned.
Just Vidian dude.
Yeah. But he's like, you will become a hero, and Klingon B'Elanna's like, I will not become a hero because...
Do you think I will help you?
It's Klingons don't see honor in being guinea pigs.
Yeah, it's a genuinely... I think motivations for the Vidians, I think exploring B'Elanna in the two separate persons has been done before. But it's the same... Yeah, in Star Trek.
Really?
Mira Boimler?
Yeah, but that's...
Mira Picard, Nemesis.
Yeah.
Mira Data, Law...
I guess so.
It's exploring this character. I think with B'Elanna, though, because she's, funnily enough, whether she's Klingon or human or mix of both, she's the most human of all the Starfleet officers on Voyager.
I really love the moment at the end of the episode where Klingon B'Elanna's like, I'm going to sacrifice myself. She jumps through, she does the jump.
The Vidian goes to kill her and she jumps in the way of the thing, the phase. I don't know. Anyway, she ends up getting killed. The Vidian guy goes crazy because it's like that's his cure.
Know what? The one thing I thought about this episode, right, is what happened to the rest of the prisoners?
Yeah, they did not say they saved any of the other prisoners. So they just left them there. I'm hoping they saved them.
I think that the Talaxian comes back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I've seen him before. He looks familiar.
Yeah, I think he comes
back. But I genuinely... I think hands down, B'Elanna episode-wise, this is a really strong one. It deals with her psychology more, like her fighting with herself, the reason she has so many issues. We've got an evil cat watching over us.
Yes.
I loved every part of this episode. I love... When Voyager does good with its characters, it does good.
Yeah.
I think... But when you get episodes like the Chakotay one...
You know what? I think this is the first of the entire season 1, the first good episode.
I think the first... There's been a couple of good episodes. I think this is the first really good episode.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. When I consider things good, they have to be pretty fucking good.
Yeah, and it's especially rewatching a show, you sort of handpick the really good ones, and this is one I would handpick again. I've done it before. I know I've put faces on before.
With season 1, you only need to watch Caretaker. I think it's episode
Caretaker, 3. The Seska one.
Yeah. Episode 3, Seska.
There's a couple.
This episode, and that's about
majority are very average. Yeah. But overall, I think the ending where B'Elanna's talking about the fact that... when she's talking about in general, the fact that she feels more centered just being human... But at the same time, the only way she can survive is by integrating
that's
Klingon into
her statement is that Klingon B'Elanna saves her again.
Yeah.
At the end. Right at the end when she's been... And she's been... At the end of the episode, she's forced to be merged back with the Klingon side because her proteins she can't create proteins.
I thought they were just going to get the transporter and Tuvix her. But it
makes sense.
They took the genetic material from the dead B'Elanna and gave it to her and reinserted it.
Yeah,
so it was a bit different.
Yeah,
but her that last scene of her just sort of touching her forehead because obviously
wiping her forehead away,
just feeling
what it's like not to have
the crinkles. And then it was a really sort of sweet, well-rounded episode. I do like the whole idea of instead of normal shields, they have shields that project solid rock. So you walk up to them, you think it's a rock.
Yeah, it's like camouflage.
Yeah. I think that should have been used 10 times more. A, they would have saved money. And B, I think it could have been a really good way to sort of hide shit.
Yeah.
Also, it was 600 kilometers wide, this compound.
It's a big compound.
Like, did they not save any of the people?
There's got to be a lot of people there. And
but
Voyager just like took their 3 humans.
They just took their crew and then left.
Yeah.
That's what's implied, but clearly there was people there who were going to be organ harvested.
Yeah. Like it's sort of insane that they didn't do anything about it. Like, I feel like that's very un-Federation.
It just doesn't seem very... Like, it seems like a hole in the plot. But overall, this would be an 8 out of 10 for me. I think it was really good.
Oh,
I love
this
B'Elanna.
episode? Oh my God.
Whenever I feel like it. But I feel like this episode was probably my favourite of the season just because I love B'Elanna.
Yeah, it's an 8.5 for me.
Yeah, B'Elanna's magnificent. Anyways... If you liked this video and you like seeing him drunk, we're not getting him drunk more often.
It's easier.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Come back soon for another video. I'll be doing a Discovery one very shortly. Damn you, Lower Decks. Anyway, have a good Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Come here.
No, we got Christmas kiss.
I told you about
Run to the mistletoe.
I told you about that.
We have to.
There's no mistletoe.
I always got it.
Bye.